Righty-ho, so that's the production stuff. Let's go into where all the magic really comes together, the edit. Why was this edit more of a challenge? I'm actually really used to editing smaller pieces between 5 to 10 minutes with usually one or two main subjects. But because they're different groups of people, from the bands to the industry to the venue owners to the actual super fans, they all had a different perspective, which made it really interesting to interview and had some real great insights. But during the edit, it's really hard. And given the fact that this piece was supposed to be 10 minutes, it was a real challenge to edit the 9 people of, I think it was 6 hours worth of interviews into 10 minutes. In the end, I decided to drop the super fans out of the final edit, which was Leslie. If you're watching this, Leslie, sorry about that. And what made it really hard was I only had less than a week to get it all done in one go and try and build a cohesive story. So I had to find out a way to actually put that 6 hours into 10 minutes in the most efficient way possible, which leads nicely, I guess, to the next question, which is how did I approach the edit? For me, one of the worst parts of editing is that first 10 to 20% where you're trying to sort through all this massive big hill or mountain of footage to try and figure out what you want to say and what you've got. If there was a way to cut past that 10 to 20%, my life as an editor would be so much easier. And I read somewhere or I heard from someplace that on average you watch your interview sync about somewhere between 5 to 10 times. So given the fact that I have 6 hours worth of interviews and times it by 10, say, that's 60 hours of reviewing the footage before I make the final edit. Time which I probably didn't have, so I had to find a really, really fast and efficient way to get through it. So I worked out that actually, if I digest the content lots of different ways, I come to really immerse myself more into the content and really understand it a lot more. And when people say that you need to immerse yourself in the content to truly understand it, I thought that was something fancy documentary filmmakers say, but it's actually really, really true. So what I did was that I decided to transcribe the actual interviews for the first time. I usually edit things on the timeline and then put it together. But this is the first time I made a proper transcription of the interviews. And I, obviously didn't have a lot of money to do it. So I found a great piece of software. Top tip, check out otter.ai. And it really helped me because it helped me organize and shift around stuff and make notes on the transcription. And it gave me a better sense of understanding what everybody was saying. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description as well. I think out of all the people I spoke to, Tony is just a next level creative. When he was locked down, not being able to do too much, he actually ended up making a feature film, which was like a noir green screen type film. And I think he live streamed 2 to 4 times a week. He was also one of the first few people to live stream in the UK back in the late 90s when the internet was still developing. And then on top of that, I found out he was one of the first keyboard players of Nirvana. How freaking amazing is that? And he just gave some great little stories of all the little projects that he generally works on. Really, really interesting guy. In fact, he is possibly a person I'll probably end up doing a documentary just on. And if you get a chance, definitely head down to Bedford and say hi for us. What do I would like people to get from the documentary? I wanted to entertain people, and even though I wanted to show how the live music industry is a bit buggered right at the moment. And of course, now that we're stuck at home and there's no live music at the moment, just checking out live streams anywhere. For my birthday, I actually organised a watch party with my friends for one of my favourite artists, Katie Tunstall. She was live streaming from one of the oldest theatres actually from the US. And I asked my friends to, rather than buy the whole presents thing, just buy a ticket to this on live stream watch party, a 10 or so or something like that. And we didn't set up a video, we just chatted on WhatsApp or whatnot. And whilst we're watching, I knew my friends was watching the same thing, and it kind of made me a bit closer. I think those shared experiences is hopefully where live streaming is going towards. And that's really important. It goes without saying, obviously, I want to raise awareness. And if we don't invest our time, money, resources, attention to live music now, whether it's online or offline, I think we are definitely going to have a lost generation of musicians. Not only a lost year of music, like the title of the documentary, but a lost generation. So if you're thinking about making a documentary especially if you're thinking about entering the DocHouse film competition, which is the deadline's this Thursday, you have in your hand an amazing filmmaking piece of kit, your iPhone, your smartphone. Of course, I still prefer to use my camera, but actually for my YouTube travel stuff, I was using my iPhone for quite a while to film my travel vlogs. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I might just do a follow-up type questions and answers to this video. So whilst you're at it, you might as well hit the subscribe button. And hopefully I'll see you at the next video. Oh, ending clap sync as well. That's always a good idea.